Alrighty, not to keep you waiting any longer. So welcome, and once again, thank you for attending. I know it's one day before the holiday here, but we do appreciate your time and your interest in this initiative that we launched here at eBridge a couple of months ago now, back in September. We published this DIY solution on the Shopify App Store for Shopify customers who are running Sage 50 accounting, and that is both in the U.S. And in Canada. That would be Peachtree in the U.S. and Simply Accounting in Canada. Just to give you a little bit of a background on the DIY solution between these two systems, eBridge Connections has been around for about 20 years. We started as an EDI company. EDI is the business-to-business exchange of vital business documents. We did full back-end integration to support EDI. We then branched out into e-commerce using our same adapters to integrate into accounting packages for e-commerce. And that was supported by a full on-premise software client. Over the last few years, we've moved that software client to the cloud, and that's allowed us to fold in a step-through process using our cloud solution so that basically anybody could set up the integration between these two systems on their own. So it's very exciting in that sense because this is basically the third generation of our accounting integration solution. So we're very proud to offer this to the marketplace as well as to partner with Shopify on their App Store. So it is quite exciting. So the ideal customer for us would be in two categories. We've had a few people approach us who have a backlog of orders on their Shopify store that they need to get in to their accounting software. We can go back any length of time and retrieve any amount of orders in this context. The other candidate would be somebody who is facing a volume issue of, say, 20 orders per week. Our solution would totally negate the need for manual entering of those orders. So it saves time, obviously. It also increases accuracy of the order data, and in that sense, it improves the customer experience and the customer satisfaction. The main touch point or process that is built into the DIY is order integration from Shopify into Sage 50. But we also support inventory outbound from Sage 50 to Shopify, and we also support shipment from Sage 50 to Shopify, and that would update the order and update the customer that the order has been fulfilled and shipped. So, as I say, this is an initiative to save you time. So without taking too much more of your time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a demonstration. It's a pre-recorded video, but I'll narrate it as we go. And basically, this is the landing page captured in the screen here is the landing page for the app on the App Store. And it's a very simple step-through process, beginning with the Get button on the app page. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. The next page basically is the install page. And this shows the interaction between our software and the Shopify store. It includes, we can modify products, and this is our API in general. We can modify products, variants and collections, orders, transactions, and fulfillments, shipping rates, fulfillment services, and customer details. So we'll go ahead and click Install App. So right away, what we're able to do is retrieve all the vital store information into this form. The store URL, pivotally the access token, the API access token, the phone number, the store owner, all of that kind of thing that's going to be vital for communicating with the store on an ongoing basis. We'll click Confirm. And this is the install page for the actual service that runs on the Peachtree server, the server that is going to host the software and our service. And so we'll go ahead here and click Download EOTC, eBridge on the Cloud Service. And it goes down into the download tray of the browser. Open that. Install 32-bit. We'll use the login credentials that are presented. We had an old version of the software on my computer there, so the process automatically deletes it, and then we'll click Continue. Validating credentials. Starting the service itself. And ultimately what we're doing here is connecting the Peachtree server to the ePortal. So now we're successfully connected to eBridge on the Cloud. And we'll click Next. And we're going to enter the vital information to actually connect the solution to Peachtree. So in this case, it would be the company name, the computer name, the password for the accounting software, the username. We would allow duplicate POs, and we're going to locate the customer by customer ID. Usually you can choose between email address or customer ID, and that is the criteria to choose whether or not we're going to create the customer. The inbound order process creates the sales order. It also creates the associated customer. So now that that's all been configured, we will use the credentials to actually log into the ePortal where the orders will have been downloaded from Shopify. We're logging into the ePortal here with the credentials that were generated from the outset. And we'll log in. From the ePortal home menu, we'll select Transactions. And just as you would in any email client or Gmail or whatever, we'll select the inbox. And it usually takes a couple of minutes for the order to download, but we can skip forward a little bit. We should see that order imminently. Again, if there are any questions, please feel free to type them out, and I will address them as we go. I just want to give a little bit of detail about the transaction grid here. We have the document number, which comes from Shopify. The sender is Shopify. The status at the outset here was unposted. Usually, if that's the case, there will be an associated integration message, which could be an error message. Usually that's around an item that might not be set up in Peachtree that is set up in Shopify, or any various issues. But the good news is that you do have support from our support services group based here, and you have access to them 24/7 as well. And then ultimately, once the order is posted in Peachtree, the sales order number is passed back to ePortal and is represented under the integration doc reference column. And that would be 1010. And again, the customer would have been created on the fly in this case. And so as the orders come in from Shopify into the accounting system, the inventory is naturally degraded, and then we can retrieve the inventory from from Sage 50 and pass it back up to Shopify. And this just gives you a quick view of the order in Peachtree. And that is essentially it. So we have our cloud solution that has been folded into a step-through process on the Shopify App Store that, as you can see, is quite linear and straightforward, and basically any intermediate user could do it. At the same time, I am available to support anybody who's interested in this solution. And ultimately, once you are running and live and happy, you have access 24/7 to our support services group, which supports all of our customers. And this is for $99 per month on a recurring basis. It's actually billed through the Shopify App Store, so there's no need to exchange any billing information with us. And as I say, we also support the inventory from Peachtree up to Shopify. So as I say, we're very happy to be in this space and to meet the marketplace where they're at. And if you do have any questions, please feel free to type them out. I'll also try to unmute a few people here to see if, I don't know for sure if the audio connection is there, but I've unmuted everybody. If you do have any questions, please feel free to speak up. As I say, the inventory outbound works on an ongoing basis, on a scheduled basis. Also, if the product catalog between the two systems aren't 100% mirrored one-to-one, we have a translation engine on the ePortal also, which can basically translate ABC to 1, 2, 3, or just whatever the requirement is. So it's a full enterprise-grade solution, best-in-class solution, but we're making it available for no setup fee and for $99 on a recurring monthly basis. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let us know.